You want me to hit you again?
Stay the out!
You want me to hit you again?
Stop right now! Why are you recording? You're not even recording your report. Stop!
You don't need me to record that, right?
No, stop! Why are you recording? Just stop!
Who are you with? Who are you with? Why do you need to record that? Why do you need? Are you with police officer? Are you with media?
It's illegal to record. Just stop!
Hey, they're telling you don't stop. That lady's sheriff, but deputy. If you continue, you will go to jail.
Can you stop?
Huh? Mind you, I put this phone up. We're trying to record.
Really has this dude in a chokehold and he cannot breathe.
And he was turning purple. We begged this man, me and my manager begged for him to stop, but he did not stop.
You know, Melissa, there's so many questions about what was happening behind that cell phone video we saw. One of the big things a lot of people are putting on social media is, why didn't anybody try to grab this guy off of him?
Well, as a Denny's employee, we're not allowed to touch him. You know, we can get sued for touching him. In my right mind, I wanted to do so much, but I knew working for Denny's that we could be in a lot of trouble if any of us got involved. So we called. It took 43 minutes for the police to get there. 43 minutes. I mean, we called and called and called. They said they were right there, but no, it took 43 minutes.
How many of
Tell them to hurry, hurry. You know, the man is turning blue, purple. He could not breathe. He could not breathe. He was kicking for his life, struggling. You know, at first I thought it was legitimate. He was just going to hold him down, whatever. When I seen the man turning purple, there was no let up. And he looked me in my face and told me he's not getting off him.
How, when you say you were waiting on them getting their coffee, you mean Mr. Hernandez or you mean the other parties
No,
involved?
Mr. Hernandez and his wife.
You were waiting on them?
Yes, I was getting their coffee, but he had to go outside.
What did he seem like to you? We've heard he's drunk. We heard he couldn't defend. What did he seem like?
He couldn't defend himself. He was drunk. You know, they just came from a, party so far or whatever, or somewhere, soccer, sorry. And, but they were no problem with us Denny's employees. I mean, he did go outside instead of the bathroom, they say, but he's drunk.
And you know how Chauna Thompson, Mr. Thompson's wife.
All she did was keep yelling. I wasn't out there when she got there. I had to go back in, but when I came back out, she was there holding him down, telling him, "Quit, move, quit, don't move, don't move."
Did you see any attempt on her part to tell her husband to stop doing that?
No, she's yelling at the man herself.
The sheriff's office is investigating a fight outside of a Denny's that ended with one man in a coma. And we have learned that the husband of a sheriff's deputy was involved in this. It happened on Sunday at the Denny's on the Crosby Freeway.
John Hernandez is here at the hospital being kept alive by machines, his family by his side. An investigation into how a fist fight became almost fatal is underway, with both sides claiming to be the victim.
It was a violent confrontation outside this Denny's in Crosby late Sunday night that sent 24-year-old John Hernandez to the hospital. Family members say this young father hasn't woken up since, and they don't expect him to.
They said his brain is dead. There's nothing they can do.
Hernandez's wife was an eyewitness. She didn't want us to identify her out of fear. She says John, who was drunk, went outside to urinate, and that's when the husband of a Harris County deputy who stopped with his family to eat confronted him. Surveillance video from inside the restaurant shows a scuffle outside and a man wearing an orange shirt taking another man down. Then he holds him down for several minutes. Hernandez's wife says the man in the orange is the deputy's husband, the man under him, her husband.
He was on the floor and he had him, the other guy had him, and he was punching him like this endlessly on his head. He wouldn't stop. I want him to pay for what he did.
According to the Harris County Sheriff's Office, sometime during the fight, the deputy who was off duty arrived and also restrained Hernandez. The couple then noticed he wasn't breathing and, quote, the off-duty deputy immediately began CPR and continued until EMS arrived and transported Hernandez to LBJ Hospital for treatment. The deputy's husband told investigators he was just defending himself after taking the first punch. She remains on the job. The video shows a crowd of eyewitnesses, including this Denny's employee.
They started fighting. They were talking. The Mexican dude punched him, and then they started fighting. After that, and then eventually The white dude had him on the ground and just would not stop choking him.
The 339th Grand Jury of Harris County, Texas, indicted Terry Thompson and Deputy Chauna Thompson for murder.
Terry Thompson and wife Chauna Thompson, a deputy, have been charged with murder. They are expected to turn themselves in immediately, according to the Harris County DA. And also, if convicted of murder, they will face 5 years to life in prison. Already publicly viewed video of the altercation was presented to the grand jury, as well as autopsy results, and the testimony of more than a dozen witnesses was presented today to the grand jury. The grand jury came back with a murder indictment for both.
We grieve with the Hernandez family, and we wish them Godspeed during this difficult time.
The Thompsons turned themselves in last night and have both bonded out. And just within the last few hours, we've learned that Deputy Thompson has been placed on administrative leave.
She's been placed on administrative leave without pay, and we understand because of all the attention this case has now gotten, she has left her home in Crosby for the time being. Sheriff Gonzalez said the internal affairs investigation, which started the night of the incident at the Denny's in Sheldon, includes what everyone at the scene did or didn't do and why homicide investigators, though informed of the grave injury, never made it to the scene. 8 sheriff's deputies are part of that investigation, and the sheriff confirmed the Harris County District Attorney's Office accepted a charge against Hernandez that night, while the Thompsons were free to go.
The Harris County District Attorney's Office reported that the homicide division was not called out to the scene, and no detectives came out to the scene, even though there was a person who was brain dead and later did die at the scene.
The family's attorney also claims the deputies failed to question witnesses at the scene and that Hernandez's wife, Maria, was forced to sit in a squad car for 4 hours after they got to the scene.
It seems that they did accept a initial charge of Class A assault. I'm wanting to get a full review of all of that to determine why that determination was made, how it was presented. I want to know as well.
Defense attorneys for both the Thompsons said that they plan on taking this to trial. And again, they said that as far as they know, John Hernandez confronted Terry Thompson first.
And tonight, KHU11 Investigates is uncovering new allegations against Terry Thompson, allegations from his wife, Chauna.
And the claims were made back in 2000 in these court filings. At the time, the Thompsons weren't married. Instead, Terry Thompson was trying to get parental rights of the couple's then newborn son. In her response, Chauna Thompson made a series of accusations against Terry. Among them, that Terry Thompson routinely used illegal drugs and alcohol and wanted the court to order drug testing. She also claimed Terry Thompson had been under the care of a psychiatrist and wrote, "He has demonstrated problems controlling his anger and temper." In fact, she wanted the court to order Terry Thompson be mentally evaluated to determine if he should even have access to their son in an unsupervised setting. Terry Thompson never filed a response to those allegations. That's because before a judge could hold a hearing on the issue, the Thompsons got married. That, of course, put an end to this entire paternity issue.
Justice is coming. Outside the courthouse, friends and family called for justice, even though Jennifer Hernandez knows it will not bring back her brother.
It won't change anything. My brother isn't here anymore. So I don't think that will change.
And we know they've let 20 prospective jurors go this afternoon. The trial is expected to start on Wednesday.